This open system would be the demise of Major League Soccer. I don't see the Hunts, I don't see the Anschutz, I don't see the Cronkies or the Krafts, the founders of what is Major League Soccer, openly willing to lose those dollars. All of a sudden saying, you know what, I don't pay enough attention to this team and I'm making, I shouldn't say making money, but I'm okay with it. And now I'm going to potentially lose money. I'm going to devalue my product by relegating it to a second division. I don't see that happening. I don't see them closing this model of selling franchises. I think you'd have to some way loosen the grip that Major League Soccer has within the U.S. Soccer Federation in order for that to happen. We've seen NASL, we've seen USL, we've seen other people or other organizations try with the U.S. Soccer Federation. It has not happened. I don't see how that can happen. But I do think there are enough investors in this country and in Canada that may be willing to risk those dollars.
Let me say this. I feel like soccer has been the sport of the future in the United States since the 1970s. And if we're being honest, right? And it always will be. And if we're being honest, one of the few things that you can point to, that you can say, here is a critical difference between the way we do things here in the United States and the way they're done in places where currently soccer is the sport of the present and not the future. The countries you're trying to copy in a lot of ways in terms of men's football, England, Spain, Germany, France, they have open systems. The United States does not. Herc, I'll also mention this. Just a quick Google search, and you can find over a record of over 150 men's professional clubs that have come into existence and gone out of existence since 1996, when MLS Open in the most recent iteration of this closed system came to be. That's communities, players, fans, coaches who would tell you that the closed system didn't work for them. You talk about investment, okay? There's a list, and I don't know if we've got this graphic, but I'll tell you who's on it. There are 9 Premier League teams with at least significant American ownership. There are 6 Serie A teams with at least significant American ownership. There are massive clubs in France with significant American ownership. These American owners, these American dollars are willing and ready to invest in an open system, Herc. How can you tell me that there's not at least a potential for massive growth? For massive growth should we get to the open system. Herc, I'm not going to ask you if we should keep this conversation going now. Is it a conversation we should at least keep going in the future here on Futbol Americas? Absolutely. We should keep going in the future now if you want. Very simple. It's these owners weren't asked by those leagues to shell out $350 million and a guarantee of a stadium. It's an open market. It doesn't work like that around the world. Fair enough. We will leave the open versus closed debate closed for now, but open for another day.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.